All right, this video is going to cover the Y raises, and we are going to start off with something similar to what we did previously. Now, I talked about pulling the shoulder blade back and then engaging the movement of the arm. And this is exactly what we're going to do here. And as you're pulling up, you should be pulling your arm into this kind of Y position. If you were to do this with both arms, you'd understand the significance of the Y. It looks sort of like the letter Y. But in essence, what you do is you let your arm hang, you pull the shoulder blade back, and then simultaneously, in one smooth movement, you bring the shoulder up. Thumbs pointed upward, not to the side, and definitely not down, okay? You can do this, as I demonstrated earlier, with the hand on the ground, or on the elevation rather, and you can do the same thing with the forearm. This is what I would do before you add weight. I would make the leverage a little bit more challenging first. So again, let the hand droop, pull it back, and lift up. Just like so. So if you look, I'm coming straight up at this Y angle. I'm not going straight out to the side. It's perfectly good, but not what we're doing. I'm not going straight up. It's at a Y angle, all right? A little bit between the T and then the straight overhead. Now, another thing that you can do is you can do this 2 hands at a time, which I really like to do a lot. And the way you'd want to set it up is as I have done it here. You're resting your head on something. Don't just rely on your low back. Very easy way to overwork it, and you'll get plenty of work for the low back with your stiff leg deadlifts, okay? So pull the shoulder blades back, pull your hands into this kind of Y position, and lower slowly. Do these enough times, and you will almost certainly notice a change, a big improvement indeed, in your posture in a very short amount of time. Give these a try first before you add any weight, and once these feel too easy, feel free to add a pound or 2 per hand. It's about all you're gonna need. It is going to work you, trust me. Another great in-between step before you add a lot of weight would be to add a little bit of a challenge and leverage. So what you see here is I've got a couple of dowels, and then I just have what are called fat grips on the ends, so it adds a small amount of weight. And even here, I'm using only maybe a pound, but what's very interesting about it is that it allows me to feel like I am using quite a bit more weight due to the leverage. Naturally, you can do the exact same thing with your body completely face down. I would definitely suggest that you start it standing up or at an angle, either seated or perhaps in a squatting position. And then once you've done that, you can really start adding the weight on. But again, you don't want to add a lot of weight. This is not a big weight movement. The ankle weights that I'm using here are really only about 2.5 pounds each. And believe me, this is more than enough. And again, I would highly recommend that you start off upright or perhaps leaning slightly forward, such as in this squatting position. You're going to find that it is going to be a lot more conducive to your success. And then naturally, you can also do it laying down perfectly flat on the ground. Any option is good. Finally, you can eventually go back to where you started with the Y raises, adding a little bit more weight. Here I'm just using 5 pounds. Simply repeat the process, and before you know it, you will have a bulletproof upper back, a lot better posture, and a whole lot more strength. Give this a shot. Let me know how you like it. And as always, have fun and happy training.